You know, there's a specific kind of pain that comes with loving somebody deeply and realizing that you can't give them what they need. It's not because you don't want to, and it's not because you don't care. It's because you simply are not capable of it. We don't talk about this enough. We talk about effort, we talk about sacrifice, we talk about if you really love someone, you'll find a way. But what happens when you can't? Seriously, what happens when you can't find a way? What happens when you want to fix it, provide it, heal it, protect them from it, and you just don't have the tools to do it? I've been there. Probably more times than I'd like to admit. And maybe you're watching this or listening and you're saying, I'm there right now. Tonight's episode is about accepting that truth without turning it into guilt, shame, or self hatred. I hope you enjoy it. Wanting versus being capable. There are moments in life where your heart is willing, but your capacity isn't. You might want to heal someone's trauma. Been there? I have. You might want to save someone from their choices. Maybe you want to be emotionally available when you're still learning how to do that for yourself. Or how about provide stability when you're still building your own? Let me raise my hand there. Or maybe you want to show up perfectly when you're running on empty. It's hard to admit, but I've been all those things. And here's the hard truth. Love doesn't automatically equal ability. That doesn't make you weak. It makes you human. Just because you love somebody doesn't mean you have the ability to love them the way they deserve to be loved. And I know that's hard to hear for some people. But I've had to walk away from situations because I just knew that even though they thought I was a great person, I wasn't capable of loving them the way they deserved for a variety of reasons. And that's hard to admit, especially for men. And I know some of you women struggle with that as well. Why we struggle to accept this? We struggle with this because we tie love to performance. We confuse responsibility with rescue. And we believe saying, I can't means I don't care. But sometimes saying I can't is the most honest form of love. And I know you're probably listening or watching right now and you're saying, I got to find a way. I can't is just not a good answer. And I'm here to tell you that sometimes you just can't. Sometimes you just don't have the means. And sometimes timing is everything. And a lot of times for me, the timing has been bad. Not everybody is meant to be the healer, the provider, the savior, or the fixer. Okay? Sometimes your role is simply to step back and not make it worse. Excuse me. I know that may be hard to hear. I trust me, I know. But sometimes it's just better to get out of the way because you may make it worse and you may make that person turn on you because you're trying to you're trying to do something or force something that you know you're not capable of managing. You know what I mean? And that's not an easy thing to admit as well. There's a lot of stuff in it that's not easy to admit, not just for men, but for women as well. The damage of forcing what you don't have. When you try to give what you don't have, you burn out. You grow resentful. You start lying to yourself. And you begin operating from guilt instead of love. I have definitely suffered from burnout because I'm trying to keep all the things going in my life that I got going on. And then I try to get into a relationship and start dating and I start forcing that because I'm like, I need to be in a relationship. I need to be doing this. I need to be doing this. And I have found myself forcing that and nothing is coming organically. It just seems like it's a constant struggle, right? And eventually I just get burnt out. Um, you stop calling, you stop texting, you stop even pursuing the easiest dates there is, and that's just to meet up and have coffee or meet up and have lunch or something. All of it just seems like it's a difficult task, and that's when you know you're burnt out. And I've been there quite a few times. Um, and I can tell you that I have operated from guilt as well, and not from love, because if you're wondering what that means, operating from guilt, it's the guilt of telling somebody that you want to be in their life and that you're willing to do what it takes. And you're realizing that even though you're trying really hard, that you're just not capable of doing it because your life isn't set up that way right now. So you keep going, you keep operating, you keep trying because you have this guilt in you now that you weren't able to do what you said you were going to do. Instead of just admitting like, hey, I had every intention of pursuing you, but I have to admit my life is not where it needs to be right now. I thought it was, but it's not. That's how you avoid operating from guilt. When you do all those things, eventually the relationship suffers anyway. It just does. You don't help someone by pretending to be something you're not. You don't honor love by overextending yourself into emptiness. It's not the way to do it. Let's talk about acceptance and it not being quitting. Acceptance is not giving up, being cold, walking away without care. Acceptance is saying, I love you enough, or I care about you enough to stop pretending I can be what I'm not. I want you to understand this. That's maturity, that's growth, and that's humility. And it takes a real grown ass man to admit that. And if you can't admit that, you haven't done enough work on yourself. because that right there is a very difficult thing to admit. I love you, or I care about you enough to stop pretending I can be what I'm not. Sometimes love looks like boundaries. Sometimes love looks like distance. And sometimes love looks like silence instead of promises you can't keep. I love you enough to walk away. I apologize for the coughing. I am trying to get over a cold that I picked up from my son. Let's talk about faith perspective. Okay? There's a reason we're not meant to be everything for everyone. Some roles belong to God. Some roles belong to time. Some roles belong to personal responsibility, to professional help, and their own journey. A lot of the times, you may not want to admit this, but a lot of times we try to do God's work. This has to be the one. Look at all the signs that happened. God put this person in my path. This has to be the one. You sure about that? Or are you just reading into things? You're reading into things too deep. And sometimes it's timing. And when you get to be my age, everything is timing. That's the truth. I got teenagers right now. Me being with someone who's an empty nester may not work. Me being with someone who doesn't have kids may not work. It just, everything's timing. Me being with someone who is fresh out of a divorce will not work because I've been there and I know you got work to do. Everything is timing. You were never meant to carry what wasn't assigned to you. All right? Stop trying to do the job of God and, and say, no, this is the right time for me and whatever. Stop. And stop trying to fix people. I've talked to a lot of people who have this thing where they think they can fix everybody. In fact, they attract people they can fix or they think they can fix. And I've told numerous people that reach out to me. You guys know I do mentoring and coaching, and I even do that for families, for fathers. I do that for women as well. I've had numerous people reach out to me, and I'm like, why do you continuously find people that you need to fix? That's not your role. You can't fix everybody. And some of us are addicted to finding broken people who need fixing. That's the truth. Don't know how else to say it. Letting go doesn't mean you stop caring. It means you stop trying to play God in someone else's life. You just let go. You finally read the writing that was on the wall and you said, you know what? I'm just going to let go. I have to. It's better. It's better for me and it's better for her. I need to free her up to find the person that she's really supposed to be with. And to be honest, I need to free myself up. I've been there. If you're listening to this and you're carrying guilt because you couldn't show up the way you needed, or the way someone needed, hear this clearly. Wanting to love someone is not the same as being equipped to save them. You can love deeply, you can care sincerely, and still have limits. Accepting that doesn't make you less loving. It makes you honest. And honesty is the foundation of peace. And after all, isn't that what we're all looking for? Peace. If you enjoyed this episode, I hope that you would give me a follow. I hope that if you are listening on Apple, Amazon, and Spotify, that you follow the podcast, that you give me a rating, and maybe leave a comment for me. And if you're watching on YouTube, I would hope that you subscribe to my channel. I hope you hit the thumbs up and leave a comment. You can even leave a thumbs down. Leave a comment. I would just love that you interact and have something to say. All right. For those of you who enjoy my content and you would like to interact with me live and be able to talk with me, you would be able to do that at TikTok. Excuse me. So if you would go to TikTok, find me over there. Just type in "It's Ray Molina," and I am there Monday through Thursday, 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. West Coast time. What I do is basically a live version of what you see right here, and then I open up the floor and I have people call in, and I do a panel, and then we talk about the episode, the podcast, and the topic for the night, and everybody gets in there and we have some great conversations. It's an absolutely amazing community. I've got almost 9,000 people over there that follow me on TikTok, so I hope you join me. Again, go to TikTok and follow It's Ray Molina. That is also my Instagram. You can follow me there as well. All right. My YouTube, if you're not on my YouTube, just go to YouTube and search the Perfect Mess Podcast and you'll find me. Hit that subscribe button for me. And if you like anything on this episode, clip it and share it with somebody. All right. For those who haven't been to my website, please check it out, raymolina.com. And yeah, lots of merchandise over there. I just released a whole bunch of new merchandise. So please go check it out. There's a lot of great things over there, okay? I'm sure you'll see something you like. So please do that. I always appreciate you. And before I get out of here, I want to remind you again that I am on Cameo now. If you have the Cameo app, Cameo added me as a talent over there about 3 weeks ago, something like that. So I can do personalized videos for you, birthdays, prayers, mentoring, motivational, you name it, I can do it for you. So head on over to Cameo, find me, just type in Ray Molina of the Perfect Mess Podcast, give me a follow over there, and if you need a video, a personalized video for you or family or whoever, hit me up there and I'll get one done for you, okay? I love you guys. I appreciate you so much. And thanks for checking out the podcast. I'm going to close this like I always do. My life isn't perfect. Oftentimes it is a mess. But for me, it is the perfect mess. I love you. God bless you. Please tell the people that you love them. And I will see you on the flip side. Peace.